Welcome. We're live. This is it. This is my office for the next couple hours, maybe about an hour and a half. But this is the free live webinar, how to capture the heart of a woman you deeply desire without the sleazy manipulation tactics or without landing in the friend zone. Yeah, this is it, and we're live, and looks like we got quite a few people on here. If you could for me write your name and tell me where you're from. We're gonna let a lot of people get on here and just get. We're expecting quite a few people. So if you're on, just type your name, where you're from, and we got Steve from Michigan. We got Chris from Arizona. We have Mike from San Diego. We have Ryan from Florida. We got something's buzzing me on my phone. We have Jack from LA. We got Sam from New Mexico. Good to have you guys on. Again, we are at the free live webinar. You're at the right place. This is how to capture the heart of a woman you deeply desire without the sleazy junk manipulation tactics or without landing in the friend zone. I'm super excited for you. This is just to let you know that this is live. This is August 2017, and this is late morning, so it's about 11 a.m. for me. Some of you might be watching a recording at some point of this in the future. But yeah, this is a free live webinar, and this is August 2017. You're here, you're in the right place. So what we're going to do, another Jack from Alabama, bam, and Henry from Pennsylvania. Okay, a lot of guys are coming on. A lot of people are coming on now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition you, and we are going to go and jump right into the computer. So come with me, and we're gonna put up our slides and get rocking on this. Okay, so we have dived in. We are looking at the slides now, and again, you're at the right place. How to capture the heart of a woman you deeply desire without sleazy manipulation tactics or constantly landing in the friend zone. A couple things that you need to know about me. I will talk very fast. We have a lot of information to go through today. And I'm going to go through the slides very fast, but here is the title of our webinar: How to Capture the Heart of a Woman You Deeply Desire without sleazy manipulation tactics, landing in the friend zone, or creating that awkward distance in a relationship with a woman. My goal, right, is to have you to stay to the very end of the webinar, and I'm going to give you 50 scripts that you can use to engage in conversation with a woman. This is 50 scripts. An example would be, this is from Tim Ferriss. This is a script that I'm using, and I use this to help guys break fear. And this is what they call cold scenario script, where you go up to a woman in a cold scenario. You would say something like this: "Excuse me, I know this is going to sound strange, but if I don't ask you now, I'm going to be kicking myself for the rest of the day. I'm running to meet a friend, i.e. I have friends and I'm not a stalker, but I think you're really attractive. Could I have your phone number? I'm not a psycho. I promise you can give me a fake one if you're not interested." So that is the Tim Ferriss script. If you stay to the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you 50 scripts like this to break fear in a cold scenario, right? And so this is what I need you to do right now is I need you to concentrate for the next 45, 50 minutes. And I want you to shut down Facebook, shut down Skype, shut off your phone, turn it on the airplane mode, shut off your social media. And I want to have your full attention for the next 45 minutes, because I'm going to load you up with a lot of great, really good content. So here I am. My name is Ryan Hoffaker. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I'm an entrepreneur. Here's a system I wrote a few years ago. And I'm a speaker. I'm an expert who's taught on the subject of emotional intelligence in over 30 states to over 80 businesses and organizations all over the United States. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the owner and operator and CEO of 2 companies right now. I also want you to know that I have invested in the knowledge. I invested in the knowledge of the topic in order to date extremely well. And I networked with other people who were in the same process that I was, and I got counsel from experts. I've done a lot of things right, but hey, y'all, I've done a lot of things wrong, right? And I'm just going to tell you some of the things that I've done wrong. I'm not an ugly guy, right? I've had women that were attracted to me, and they were pretty attractive women. But what I would get into is these intensity texts. If I would sense a little bit of attraction or interest, I would start talking about dreams over text or dream, and it was way too intense, way too fast. Another thing that I've done wrong is I've gone out on dates, and of course she would want to know all about me, so I ended up talking the whole time and not listening to her. Again, done a lot of things wrong. And I've also, number three, I've consistently asked her the wrong question while out on a date. And you know what that wrong question is? How's the date going for you? Right? That screams of insecurity. And so I've done a lot of things wrong. And I'm just telling you that a lot of this information comes out of a place of doing a lot of things wrong. So this is my wife. I met her when I was 36. I married her when I was 38. She's the love of my life. These are the pictures of our wedding. Absolutely gorgeous, overlooking Lake Shasta in Northern California here. What I love, just so you know about me, I love Northern California, hikes to waterfalls, backpacking. We just did a 14-miler round trip a couple weeks ago. I love off-the-grid, crazy outside adventures that involve water. Virgin Islands, that's where we went on our honeymoon. I'm also on the board of a nonprofit that takes younger guys out and teaches them how to be men. I'm on the board of a nonprofit. What I love training men in emotional intelligence in their love lives, and that translates into the Better Man Manifesto. And here's the Better Man Manifesto, okay? And this is what I've created. These are the types of guys I want to create. The Better Man is a new breed of lover, smarter, transparent, wild, and free. Better men wage guerrilla warfare on sleazy manipulation tactics, see them as infantile, and will have better sex at 65 than 22. Better men start with honor and end with honor. Excuses are a four-letter word, and fearless is their middle name. Better men never play games because they're too busy saying no to the opportunities that don't align with their badass future. Better men stand on the shoulders of giants, reach for the stars, and dream of a world where their children's future seems brighter and possibilities are endless. Better men unmask beauty and are never shackled to the opinion of others. Better men create value, and when a woman comes into the picture, it's simply an opportunity to multiply and export what we give. We are better men, and we define our own value, create our own opportunities, build rock-solid, intimate connections, and reimagine the 21st century hero. I am a better man. And this is why I am the best at what I do. The vision of creating these men. Right. What do you want? The direct path to learn what I learned without the sleazy manipulation tactics, ending up with a friend zone, or creating an awkward distance in friendships? If you do, you've come to the right place. Okay, results aren't typical. This is an FCT. A warning, I will walk through specific strategies and actions that are getting massive results for men. My results are certainly not typical, and the average person who attends any training gets zero results. However, I'm happy to show you exactly what worked for me free. This is not a Get Love Now. This is not for Get Love Now or the love for the heartbroken. It's just not for amateurs. This is definitely for people who want to take their love lives seriously. The three secrets that we're going to talk about today. Secret number one, different, and don't worry if you don't understand this, because I'm going to explain this. Secret number one, differentiation alone without understanding and layering the emotional bid will lead you to continuous failure. Secret number two, actual shopping is a window into how women think. The experts know and leverage this. You should as well. And secret number three, put her on your calendar, understand your value, build anticipation, and kill what 95% of other men struggle with, speed and volume. So secret number one, differentiation alone without understanding and layering the emotional bid will lead you to continuous failure. Right. Secret number one, on the unlikely hero. Let me introduce you to the one unlikely hero. Zach. Zach was sitting front and center among 5 other men. Everyone else in the group had something to contribute, but when Zach spoke, everyone listened. All the other comments were held tentative until Zach gave his approval. He was nimble, able to think quickly and put together plans and make decisive actions. He held the group with command, and anyone coming into the group would have no doubt that Zach was the guy in charge. Zach and Debbie had only been out on a few dates. They were nice dates, but to be honest, she really wasn't that interested, and I just about put him in the friend zone. Then Debbie had the opportunity to see what Zach looked like at the table. She listened to him instruct and give out orders with confidence, imagination, and style, and she found herself eyes wide open, deeply attracted. And it was at this table that Debbie looked at Zach during this game of Settlers of Catan and said to herself that this is the guy that I'm going to marry, which she did. So the question that I have for you right now is, what did Zach have at the Settlers of Catan table that he didn't have on the previous 2 dates? The one thing that Zach had at the Settlers of Catan table that he didn't have on the previous 2 dates was this one concept called differentiation. And every dating coach, when training men, will help men attempt to establish what they call differentiation, how you stand out, right? Because if you can establish differentiation, differentiation leads to curiosity, and curiosity leads to opportunity. Differentiation, curiosity, and opportunity. I'm going to repeat that a couple times. I just want you to know it. And as we learned from Debbie, at this point, Zach was in the driver's seat, and all he needed to do is not screw it up. Have you seen this movie Hitch, right? This is the movie Hitch. In the beginning of the movie, he said, "It's my job to open her eyes." And so, I don't know if you remember the beginning of the movie, but he has this man rescue this woman's dog, and because she loved the dog so much, that's how he established differentiation with him, right? Remember secret number 1, differentiation alone without understanding and layering the emotional bid will lead you to continuous failure. This is where most relationship coaches get it wrong. Let me explain. If Zach recognized that Debbie was into him the night that he was at the Settlers of Catan table, and he froze not knowing what to do with it, in fact, what if he froze for a week? Yep, you got it. He's on his way to screwing this thing up. Or what if the next morning Zach decides to send a text that goes something like this? Why do you, and he says something like this. Why do I feel you talking about your defeat last night? I mean, you could have always challenged me to a rematch. And if Zach learns how to layer his emotional bidding, Debbie is going to be swept off her feet, and I'm serious. Don't scratch your heads just yet. Let's get a clear picture on what layering emotional bidding is exactly. What Zach has just started to do is what we call emotional bidding. That's what the text was. And it is one of the most powerful techniques for long-term successful relationships. Another example of emotional bids are in a relationship with a woman. Suppose she's looking at a magazine and leans over to you and she says, "What do you think about this dress, babe?" What she's doing is bidding for connection. And if he says, "Don't bother me now, I'm watching ESPN," or "I'm on Facebook," or whatever, he has broken the bid. If he says, "Oh, that's cute. Tell me what you like about the dress," he has now accepted her emotional bid to connect and reconnected with what we call a tiny string. Your badass grandfather was layering emotional bidding way before text messages and social media. But all the time. Let's go back to Zach. Suppose Zach doesn't screw it up, but sends the witty text the next morning, right? And this is emotional bid number 1. And then she responds with an inviting text, emotional bid number 2. Now we have layering. Most men, 95% of them who don't know what they're doing, think the big romantic gestures will either attract, build, or rebuild a relationship. We call these pillars. And pillars in relationships are important at the right time and tension. But pillars in relationships are nothing in comparison to the web of bidding. Think of it like this. Every emotional bid acts like a fiber of a spider web. Add enough fibers and you'll catch anything. They're massively strong. The big romantic gestures, the pillars, the dinners, the flowers, the weekend getaways are futile without bidding. Building or rebuilding without bidding is just about worthless and guaranteed to fail. I actually see this with married men. They'll try to rebuild with pillars thinking that this works, and they don't understand how to bid. So secret number one, differentiation alone without understanding and layering the emotional bid will lead you to continuous failure. Understand your differentiated self, layer your bid, and thank me later. Y'all, seriously, this works. And if you're in a relationship already, start doing this now. Secret number two, shopping is a window into how women think. The experts know this and leverage this. You should as well. What do I mean? Sally versus Jim. Sally walks into Target. She walks down aisle 6, picks up new shoes. Then she passes by and passes by the makeup section, stops to browse, grabs some new eyeliner. She remembers she needs to get some milk. On her way to get milk, she meanders down aisle 4 and ends up spending twice as much as what she thought she was going to spend for the day at Target. Jim, on the other hand, knows exactly what he needs, right? He needs a new light bulb for the bathroom. He walks right into Target, takes one right turn down the main aisle, asks the lady where the light bulbs were, goes directly to get the light bulb, and then proceeds to check out. If you were to follow Sally's walking lines through Target, she zigzags all over the store, all over the place. Jim, on the other hand, went straight and direct, and he knew exactly what he wanted to get, got up, and left. We now have just described to you the alpha-beta shopping experience. Experts know this, and so should you. The alpha shopper, Jim, knows exactly what they want, are very direct and efficient in pursuit of it, and get it. The beta shopper, Sally, meanders into the store, glance at what they might want, peruse around waiting to have a product evoke, and that's the key word, evoke a feeling, and then give the product time, and then Sally makes a decision whether or not she wants it. Alpha versus beta. Don't go too fast. A lot of dating experts, quote unquote, get this concept all messed up. Most dating coaches, they're hacks. And they hack this thought by saying something like, you think like a Jim and you need to understand Sally. So accommodate your behavior so you'll evoke the right feelings in Sally. Wrong. And these dating coaches are simply psychology hacks. The experts, those who create the evocative nature of the stores, right? Those who are building the targets, those who are building the shopping experiences, right? Like to understand that Sally has both alpha and beta within her. And this is the secret they know, and it's a secret you should understand as well. You see, Sally is at Target because she needs to pick something up. She needs a reason, right? She's got alpha within her. But when she gets there, she's made the internal agreement to allow the products she sees to potentially evoke beta, right? It may not be a light bulb, but make no mistake, Sally needs a reason even to go to Target. When you understand how women think and you understand that there are basic desires of a woman, alpha, and if you don't meet them, the social sciences say that there is a 95% chance that she will not give you the time of day. And women talk about their nonverbals, beta, right? Women talk with their nonverbals that will tell you exactly what they're saying without saying. It's the language of, yes, you are evoking me. And since you are evoking me, I'm going to allow this to continue. Quick story. For a period of time in my life, I worked for a consulting company, and they flew me all over the country, all over the continental U.S., for a season of my life, and I lived on the road. This is when I was teaching emotional intelligence. And because I live in California, and I was one of the only consultants that they flew to Hawaii on a regular basis. I know, rough life, right? Occasionally on a plane, I would meet an individual that I really connected with. And in this particular occasion, the gentleman that I was sitting next to invited me to have a drink with a few of his friends. Ironically, that night, I met the mayor of Honolulu in the bar. It was quite funny. If you're anything like me, showing up to a bar with a bunch of strangers takes some time to navigate, right? So I show up to the bar, meet him and his friends, and they were actually a lot of fun. One of his friends was a local Hawaiian woman. She was attractive. I was sitting next to her, so I struck up a conversation. At this point in the evening, she didn't know who I was or why I was with their group at the bar. when she and I first started the conversation, she looked down at the table more consistently than looking me in the eye. She leaned away inward toward the table and was looking over at her friend most of the time. Wasn't even looking at me. Mind you, this was happening fairly quickly. Soon after I just realized I'm just going to go down the other end of the table. So I went down the other end of the table and met one of Mitch's other friends, and I started up a conversation with him. What I didn't know was that when I went down to the other end of the table, Mitch shared with the two ladies that I was a consultant who he had met on the plane earlier that day, and he shared with them my subject matter expertise, which is emotional intelligence. The conversation at the other end of the table was fading, so I floated back down to where I originally began. Now the two ladies, both of them, had two very different postures toward me. The first lady that I met, can't even remember her name, turned her chair toward me and started to caress her drink. All of a sudden, she was laughing at everything that I was saying, and now when she was looking at me, she tilted her head slightly. Now, her friend sitting with her was smiling and looking not at me, but watching to see how her friend was reacting. Did you notice the subtleties in this interaction before I was talking with him and after they had found out who I was? Now, if I would have made a cocky statement or some other stupid dating coach hack job pickup line, then this subtle little interaction would have ended up completely different, right? You got to remember, shopping is a window into how women think. The experts know this and leverage this. You should as well. You learn the language of how women allow you to evoke, right? It's going to be massively successful for you. I have a whole teaching on this in my course, how women allow you to evoke. And you're going to need to learn this because it's a language that you'll need to understand in order for her to hear what she's saying to you, in order for you to really hear what she's saying to you. You got to learn this language, y'all. Secret number 3. Put her on your calendar, understand your value, build anticipation, and kill what 95% of other men struggle with: speed and volume. We've all heard this one. Let's hang out tonight. So Zach was in the driver's seat. He stepped into differentiation with Debbie the night she noticed him commanding the room playing Settlers of Catan. The texts the next morning after were playful, fun, and witty. He's doing his emotional bidding thing. He started layering the emotional bid, not too much, but just enough to keep anticipation and curiosity high. 3 days of this went by, and he had already run into her at a retail outlet, and Zach had great modeling from his father and a man's interaction, allowing a woman to evoke. The cards were in his hand. Everything was going great, and then he does it. He steps into the average, the boring, and the mundane, and he makes the dreaded mistake. Let's hang out tonight. See her face? She's bored. Before I go any further, you may know plenty of men who have learned the game. They can get girls over to their place on short notice and hook up. But I'd like you to know something. If you know these guys, it's okay to laugh at them right now because the social sciences have determined that they have the worst sex lives around. Yep, you got it. Really bad sex because there have been multiple studies, not just a couple, multiple studies now to prove that long-term monogamous sex with one partner are those who have the most enjoyment. Sure, they brag and talk a lot, but that's exactly what it is, talk. The second line in the Better Men Manifesto is, better men wage guerrilla warfare on sleazy manipulation tactics, see them as infantile, and will have better sex at 65 than 22. To show you how far I'm willing to wage guerrilla warfare on this crap, I can now show you studies, right? Studies proven that men who are addicted to this crap have severe issues getting erections, right? You've been lied to. Someone subconsciously told you that those tactics will make you satisfied, and it's just the opposite. Let's Hang Out Tonight has other issues with it as well. Suppose Zach really likes her, and he wasn't sure whether or not she likes him. And he sees her at the retail outlet, and Zach makes the common blunder. You see, his emotions were high. The fear of the unknown were knocking, and when men, alpha, are under the gun of intense emotion, they succumb to their default, speed and volume. We're gonna hammer these. Speed and volume are not good. In the land of alpha, speed and volume work, but it works only with other men. Think of the football coach. I played football. I actually really enjoyed it. But when coaches want to motivate, they always resort to speed, faster, quicker, more efficient, or volume. Increase my clarity. And volume because in your mind, you feel understood. A man's internal guide without training or skill is this one simple premise: speed and volume. But the problem is speed equals panicky. Because I'm attracted to her and I don't want her to go away and I need to make something happen fast and happen now. Or volume. Volume is overly direct. I have to get straight to the point and see if she's really that into me. And this is the problem. You think that she's a man, she's a woman, and she thinks differently, and you need a new skill. Let's pretend Zach is perfect and he played his cards right and he didn't step into the average but made the absolute best decision. Suppose Zach says to Debbie, I have next Saturday night free. I'm going to pick you up at 6 p.m. unless you tell me otherwise, and I have a plan for what a great night looks like. Okay, let's break this down and see exactly what Zach communicated between these words. I have Saturday night free. Time is value. Real women want kings, and kings have valuable time. By communicating that you want to put her on your calendar 5 to 7 days in advance indicates that your time is filled up until then. Your time must be valuable, therefore you must be valuable. I'm picking you up at 6 p.m. versus let's hang out tonight. For men, the date night starts at what time? That's right, 6 p.m. on Saturday, right? I'm picking you up at 6 p.m. When does the date start for women? It starts the moment that she says yes. And this is where my material stands out and apart from other manipulation crap, because this is where you can actually serve her. In a woman's mind, the days leading up to a date are filled with questions, curiosity, excitement, and anticipation. In fact, the day of the date, she's calling her friends, asking what she should wear. Hours before you pick her up, she has a hair, makeup, and clothing ritual specifically to get ready for the event of spending time with you. But you have to know the event started 5 days before when she said yes, right? A date isn't just a day. It's the whole time leading up. And to be fair, this is a beautiful time for a woman. She's dreaming, feeling like a feminine, beautiful woman, and anticipating what a great time looks like with you. This is a beautiful way to serve her. Most women get treated like maybes. I may be interested in her, right? And even if I'm still uncertain or unsure, which we'll talk about heavily in the course, putting your best foot forward is massively important for later stages of the dating relationship. Interest is not commitment or engagement. It's simply interest, right? I just got a phone call the other day of walking a guy through of interest. Like, you're in attraction, man. You're not in commitment right now. You're allowed to be interested and put your best foot forward. All right? And I have a plan for what a great night looks like. Vision. You're communicating vision. Remember, the nature of beta is that they are giving you permission to evoke. And evoking vision, not only that you have the potential to plan an evening together, but your ability to guide the two of you into a deeper relationship, right? You're evoking vision that she is engaging with a man with a plan. Secret number 3, put her on your calendar, understand your value, build anticipation, and kill what 95% of other men struggle with, speed and volume. There it is, secret number 3. So, and again, here is where I differ from many other dating coach hack jobs. The football coach goes home to his beautiful wife and treats her massively different from his players. Why? He understands that in the best of a man, in fact, a better man, is a man who knows something of what 95% other men do not know. He speaks to his audience. The better men speak to their audience, and they know how to get results. And the better men, like Zach and the football coach, know how to get results. There it is. All right. How many of you feel like this? I have just blasted you with information, right? It's okay. Yes. I'm seeing it in the comments. That's all right. I want to give you a reminder. In a few moments, I'm going to give you access to the bonuses. Have I delivered on my promise to make this webinar valuable and worth your time? Awesome. Yes. You guys are funny. I'll just read the chat. You guys make me laugh. We've covered a lot, but there's still so much more to learn. Things you haven't learned. How specifically to learn her nonverbals. This is the body language she uses when she wants you to evoke. Techniques to overcome speed and volume. You also need to learn why men have tremendous power in long-term fulfillment of a relationship. You also need to learn the deep questions that she is asking internally. I have a series of deep questions, and they're different from the questions that men are asking. The ask, the equation when going in for the ask. Number 6, success ingredients for the first date. Number 7, creating and executing an amazing plan for capturing her heart. Number 8, the art of becoming men. Women want men. They don't want nice guys. They don't want bad guys. They want strong, assertive, good, better men, right? And I'm going to give you techniques on how to become. It's the art of becoming better men. So there's still so much that we haven't covered, and I want you to picture now a successful, better man. Picture someone who is struggling. What's the difference between the two? A lack of opportunity or a lack of knowledge and support. What is the opportunity for dating right now in the United States? There are 124 million single people in the United States, half of which those are men, right? 40 million Americans are using online dating services. Major media sources are saying that there is literally dating opportunities for every interest group, right? So let me ask you again, is it a lack of opportunity or a lack of knowledge and support? What would you like me to help you with your dating life and helping you become the better man who can sweep and keep a woman off of her feet? I know you can do this. You know you can do this, but you just need some guidance. Why you showed up today. You're trying to figure it out. Everybody's trying to figure it out. You're figuring out how to date on your own, and it just isn't working for you. You want to spend more time putting into practice your new better man skills and just figuring all this stuff out on your own, right? Deep down, you know you have the ability to learn the relationship skills and become a master at relationship, creating a life of deep romantic love for you and the woman you are going to sweep off of her feet, right? Meet Jack. He doesn't exist. He's actually not real. But Zach didn't have guidance or instruction in this area of life. He didn't have a mentor. And what if Jack were never taught these lessons? There's my wife. Jack were never taught these lessons, provided an incredible system to walk him through in a community to reach a result where Jack wins her, captures her heart, sweeps, and keeps her off of her feet. What if Jack had a step-by-step system leading him on how to capture the heart of a woman he deeply desires? So welcome to my online course, Win Her, the Better Man's Guide, How to Sweep and Keep Her Off Her Feet. Here it is. This is a screenshot of inside the course, what it looks like. This is a complete A to Z system. What teaches you, a complete A to Z system that teaches you how to win the heart of a woman you deeply desire and keep the heart of a woman you deeply desire. In other words, we're teaching mastery level skills on relationship. Join other men in a community we've created for you beginning the journey next week. Okay, that would be 7 days from now. Following this system doesn't turn you into a robot with no personality in dating, but rather it helps you become a better, more aware version of yourself, allowing you to then attract the person that's perfect for you. Here's what you'll get. With the full Win Her, the Better Man's Guide to Sweep and Keep Her Off of Her Feet course, you'll get access to 34 video lessons, 50 different scripts for men to attract women, 3 bonus PDFs and our fast action bonus, all the top level materials that high level dating coaches use for their coaching clients, access to a private Facebook group, 8 case studies of men who are going through various stages of winning a woman's heart, right? So here's what you get. Number 1, the step-by-step video training, 6 modules, 6 weeks, 32 videos. What does the course cover? A step-by-step video training, access to a private Facebook group for support and connection, 50 different scripts for better men to break fear and get in the ball game, like we talked, this Tim Ferriss script that we talked about earlier, plus much more. So again, here's what you get. The step-by-step training video course valued about $2,000. The private community valued at $1,000. Number two, the private community, a place to ask your burning questions and find support through others. What result can you expect? This is the roadmap to what intimacy, a deep, rich relationship looks like in a relationship long-term. We're going to learn the five different phases of dating. Have a detailed plan to create deep levels of connection, a place to ask your burning questions, a community of support, exercises to increase in what experts consider to be the supreme skill in all areas of life, and much, much more. So here's what you get: the support, the Facebook group, and you get the plan, right? The course, the Win Her, the Better Man's Guide training course. We want to make sure that you have everything you need to succeed on your dating journey. When you get ready to make your first approach, wouldn't it be great to look through some scripts as a means to overcome fear? When you get stuck on your dating journey, wouldn't it be great to have a group of people to support you? As you move through the dating process, wouldn't it be helpful to know that what you're feeling is normal and what to look for as you move toward a deep, meaningful relationship? At any stage of the dating process, wouldn't it be helpful to see others who have done it and been able to learn from them? So bonus number one, 50 different scripts for men, used similar to the Tim Ferriss mall script that I gave you earlier. That's a $500 value. A top-level dating coach material, that's a $400 value. Basically getting the material that top-level dating coaches use to teach their clients. 8 case studies, bonus number 3, 8 case studies of men and women who have gone through all 5 stages of dating, right? Here's what you'll get: the video courses, the Facebook support group, the bonuses, right? Bonuses number 1, the 50 different scripts for men, right? $400 value. Top-level dating coach material at $400 value. Basically, you're getting the same material that top-level dating coaches use to teach their clients. And number 3, bonus number 3, 8 case studies of men and women who have gone through all 5 stages of dating. You get the video courses, the Facebook group, the bonuses. That's nearly $4,100 in value. $4,100 in value, and that's a lot of value. Top-level dating courses are charging people $4,000, $5,000, $7,000 in value. So the full Win Her, a Better Man's Guide to Sweep and Keep Her Off Her Feet, right? The course, the one-time payment for this course, all the bonuses, all the scripts, all the value, right? The one-time payment is $1,600, $1,597. But we're slashing that. Right? This is what I actually normally charge. We're slashing that, and we're giving a crazy value right now at $497. This is a one-time payment today for $497. If you purchase this webinar in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to send you a teaching on how an online dating coach gets his clients dates instantly and frequently. It's an online dating hack. Plus the extra bonuses, lifetime access, and that's going away soon. All resources downloadable, PDFs, transcripts, videos, and MP3s, and quality support. Let me take away I'm just going to take away all the risk away from you right now and give you a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. If you do all the work and don't get the results, I don't want your money. All the risk is on me, right? Are you ready to join? Just click the Join Now link below, or go to bettermanwin.join.com. Click the Join Now link below, and you're going to see this. It's going to be a contact information as well as billing information where you put in your credit card information. It's going to show you everything that you're going to get in the course, and this is how you join. Join a number of other men on their journey to sweeping and keeping a woman off of her feet. Why should you invest in the full Win Her, a Better Man's Guide to Sweeping and Keeping Her Off of Her Feet? The price will be increasing. You will never be able to join the Academy for a lower price than what you're paying right now today, right? This is a $497 discount. You're getting all this for about $400.97. Plus, the webinar-only bonuses will be disappearing in a few minutes. The 30-day 100% money back guarantee, you have zero risk, is the Win Her a Better Man's Guide to Sweeping and Keeping Her Off of Her Feet right for you. Win Her a Better Man's Guide to course is not for you if you do not think that you have to do any work, right? If you think that this is just, you're going to learn this in an instant, right? You're going to have to work. It's not for you if you think that you need to be playing and messing with women. It's not for you if you think that you're going to automatically become perfect at this tomorrow by signing up. And this is not for you if you are an arrogant jerk face looking for sleazy tricks and manipulation tactics. It's not for you. That's this. And if I find out you're in here, I will boot your ass out in a heartbeat. This is perfect for you if you desire a step-by-step system that will walk you through becoming a masterful at the 5 stages of a dating relationship. You need a new plan to approach your dating life. You need support and accountability to pursue all of the opportunity. You want the word-for-word dating scripts that others have used to break fear and increase your confidence and get out there and get in the ballgame. With the incredibly low price that we're offering you today, it's roughly the same cost as 1 month of health insurance. In fact, it's actually double my cost of health insurance is double this. I actually got a really good deal. And if you don't like it, you don't get the results that you're looking for, we'll return all of your money to you. At this point in your dating life, you now have 2 options. You can settle for what you have now, keep doing what you've been doing, and get the same results that you've been getting. 2, make a small investment and give it a shot. If it works, great, and if not, get your money back. So are you ready to join? Just click the join now below, right? Or go to www.bettermenwin/join, right? Are you ready to join now? Click the link below, sign up now, and it'll take you to the contact page, right? So are you ready to join? Click the link below. It'll take you right there. So right now we have live Q&A, and I want you to ask your questions in the live chat to the right of the video. And some of you, yes, okay, we're getting a lot of guys that are signing up right now that have just joined the course. Awesome. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Paul. Another Paul. Thank you, guys. Awesome. You guys are doing great. Thank you guys for signing up for the course. Whoa, guys, just got a flood of quite a bit more. This is going to be fun. And I look forward to seeing you guys inside the private Facebook group. This is going to be a good time. All right. So what we're going to do right now is that we are going to do some live Q&A. And, yeah. Okay, so in the approach, and you've been friends with a girl for a long time, what are some ways in which you advocate not to make it weird between a woman? Okay, so let me just dive into this. I only have a few minutes, so maybe I can only answer a few questions, but I just want to dive into the 5 stages of dating real quick. The 5 stages of dating are, number 1, attraction. Number 2, uncertainty. Number 3 is exclusivity. Number 4 is intimacy. And number 5 is engagement, right? Lots and lots of guys will get very intense like I did, looking for intimacy in the very beginning of a relationship. But you got to understand the attraction phase that you're in. If you're friends with a girl and you're attracted to her, please do not say that you're in love with her and you're in an intimate relationship with her, because you're not. Intimacy requires 2 people, and that's actually the fourth level of the dating process. If you like a girl, you got a crush on her, that's one thing. Keep the attraction. You want to keep it light, fun, and playful. Don't get too intense. And the way in which you really screw, like, I know a lot of guys will approach you like, hey, I got a friend, I'm into her, but I don't want to like kill the relationship. I don't want to kill the friendship. I get that. And this is from John Gray. John Gray has done all this research on women. Women are attracted to men who simply share their attraction. It doesn't work for every situation. I have to look into the details of some of the specific scenarios with regard to a woman. You want to look if she's using the language to evoke, if she's using the body language to evoke, and you have the opportunity to spend one-on-one time with her, right? It doesn't hurt just to be straightforward and say, hey, look, I just want you to know I'm attracted to you. I'm not ready for a committed relationship, and I'm not saying any of that right now. But I just want you to know I enjoy spending time with you, and I'm attracted to you, and I just want you to know that. This is exactly what I did with Angie. And I let it sit there, and it was silent for a second. And you know what she responded by saying? She said, hey, I'm attracted to you too, but I don't know what to do. Like, what do we do? Where do we go from this? And I said, look, we're not in a committed relationship right now. Why don't we just spend time with each other? A lot of guys want to go way too intense, way too fast. They want to jump into a commitment. Women love the process of allowing this to breathe. Remember, the problem of men is speed and volume. And they want to get to the point right quick. You have to go through the process, and when a woman is allowing you to evoke her, and then you learn to emotionally bid with her, it will create that web that is just so incredibly, incredibly strong. Now, if she's not allowing you to evoke, and you go into the approach, and I have this teaching on how to read the nonverbals of a woman. If she is allowing you, or if she's not allowing you to evoke, she's not using the nonverbals. I have a list of 52 different nonverbals that women use that's communicating she's allowing you to evoke. And you go in for the ask. There's the social sciences say now that there's a 4% chance that she is going to say no. What I want to do is set men up for success. A lot of guys will go in for a lot of different asks, and then they're rejected over and over and over, and then they're just defeated, right? I like action, but I like smart action, right? That's why these cold scenario scripts are very successful, because we want to break fear. But when you break fear and you look for the language of the evocative language that she is communicating to you, man, it is going to make you guys successful. I am running out of time. I promised you guys, an hour together. We're running out of time. There it is. Thank you. And again, if you want to sign up, man, sign up right now. Click that Join Now tab below. Give me your contact information. Take the risk. Let's dive on in. And come with me on this journey. And we're going to set you guys up for success and become better men. That's it. You guys are rock stars. Peace.